What's up, everybody? My name is Bryce, aka DubsNotSubs, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be covering the Funimation and Crunchyroll merger. There has recently been more news about it, and we got to see a little bit more of what this merger is going to look like. So we're going to cover everything that's been coming out for it, and what you guys need to know about it, and just basically everything you need to know so far. So let's get right into it. First off, Funimation and Crunchyroll were originally bought for $1.2 billion. To put that into perspective, Microsoft bought Activision for $60 billion, which is crazy to somehow make $1.2 billion look small, but they somehow did it. So with this merger, basically, not a lot of people knew what was going to go on. Is all the is all the anime from Crunchyroll going to go to Funimation? Is it vice versa? Well, recently we got two new videos out from Funimation talking about the merger. So basically, what is happening right now is that Funimation is taking all of their stuff and putting it onto Crunchyroll, and it is not a site removal of Funimation. Funimation is still existing, and Crunchyroll is still existing as two separate entities owned by the same company at the moment, but it sounds like they're still working on it and trying to make them become one entity at some point. But at the moment, what they are doing is they're going to be rolling out a bunch of Funimation and dubs and just exclusive stuff from Funimation, and they're going to be putting it onto Crunchyroll. So basically, through this stuff, they showed that all that stuff's going to go over there, and they basically gave us a rundown of what the Crunchyroll site looks like. And if you guys have ever seen Verve or what Crunchyroll looks like now, it pretty much looks the exact same. That is basically the kind of layout they decided to pick. I think it's interesting that Funimation didn't decide to put all the Crunchyroll stuff on Funimation, but rather vice versa. I think that's a bit interesting. Probably there's more brand recognition with Crunchyroll rather than Funimation overall, even though I think they're about the same in subscriptions, but I think Crunchyroll just has that like identity thing that people, when they think of anime, they think of Crunchyroll, and nobody really thinks of Funimation. So I guess it kind of makes sense, and it kind of, works out, and I'm not actually surprised completely that they went from the Funimation and went to the Crunchyroll side. And yeah, so with that, if you have a Funimation account, it is not going to transfer over to Crunchyroll. However, you will get a free 60-day trial. Now, it seems like with that 60-day trial, let me pull up the Crunchyroll app while I'm talking about that. With the 60-day trial, the prices for the subscription service on Crunchyroll are going to pretty much stay the same. They basically changed into the Funimation subscription format. So basically, there is Fan for $8 a month, Mega Fan, which instead of just no ads, you get to watch it on multiple devices and get to watch it offline, and that is $10 a month. And for $15 a month, you get no ads, offline, viewing up to 6 devices, and special offers, whatever special offer means, and that is $15 a month. So that is basically the different subscription tiers for Crunchyroll now, which is going to have all the Funimation titles. So basically, they are pretty much merging, but they're staying as separate companies. I'm not exactly sure why they decided to do this right now with not completely merging, if they can do it still or whatever's working on with that. I don't exactly know, but basically, imagine them just owned by the same company but doing completely different things on them, besides Funimation moving all the stuff onto Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is not putting their stuff on Funimation, but if you guys have stuff that you own on Funimation, like digital movies or stuff where you've bought stuff, the only way to access this is to go onto Funimation. You cannot get it on Crunchyroll. So as of the moment, like I said, they're basically two separate entities operating under the same company. And overall, the only big change is if you have a Funimation account, get rid of it. You should be getting an email for the 60-day subscription, so don't just go on to Crunchyroll and sign up for it thinking you're going to get a 60-day subscription. It will be an email that you should get by March 8th. But that is everything we know for it so far. Basically, all the anime and stuff from Funimation are just going to be rolling over there. Get a Crunchyroll account. Get the $8 a month one if you're getting the basic tier. But what do I think about it? I think that this is honestly, right now, just from what we've seen at the moment, I think this is actually pretty good for the anime industry. I honestly haven't seen much bad at the moment for it. It's turning out a lot better than I thought it would. I thought they would jack up the subscription prices and they'd really screw the anime community, but overall at the moment it doesn't seem like they're doing that. It just seems like they're keeping the subscription service the same. You can also watch anime for free on Crunchyroll still with ads, so you don't even have to get a subscription. Obviously it's going to run more like a TV station where you're going to have ads throughout it, so it kind of makes sense. It sucks, but I mean, at least you're getting all your anime for free still. I mean, you just got a little bit of ads in between, but with that, honestly, right now it doesn't seem too bad. $8 a month, you get pretty much the largest anime library of all time. You get both services combined, so at the moment it doesn't seem too bad. If in the long run, if they start to get a monopoly on this completely, they might jack up the prices later and really screw the community, but at the moment it really just seems like a big benefit for the community. I'm not going to say it's always going to be like that, but the short run vision of this doesn't seem too bad. The only possibility, like I said, is it could get bad in the future after they kind of take over everything for the anime stuff and just kind of own it and can do whatever they want with their prices, and you really can't do anything about it. But as of the moment right now, it is not bad at all. It is actually pretty beneficial, I think, for everybody, and I would honestly recommend getting a Crunchyroll subscription. $8 a month for pretty much unlimited anime, to the point where you're not even going to be able to watch it all. I would think, like, there's just so much stuff that is coming out on both these services, and having them combined for $8, I don't think it's bad. I honestly don't. I think it's a pretty good price, a pretty fair price. I wouldn't go anything above that. I wouldn't pay $15 if you guys want to. Wouldn't blame you for that offline viewing and multiple viewing devices. I get that, especially the multiple viewing devices, because then you can just have multiple people on your account and then do that. And then I could definitely see that working out for that. Like $15 a month for 6 devices. 6 people splitting a subscription service like that is basically like $250 for each person a month, and that's not bad at all. That makes it really cheap if you're gonna like game it like that. But I just think this is a great idea so far. I haven't really seen much bad for it in the short run. I really think this is a beneficial thing for the community. Honestly, it has turned out a lot better than I thought it would. I did think this was going to go very south and things were going to get very, very bad. I actually kind of thought they weren't going to combine the services, and I kind of thought that Crunchyroll and Funimation were going to stay separate, and they were just going to still try to make money off of both of them, because they would make more money if they did that, I would think. But let's see how this turns out in the long run. What do you guys think about it? Do you guys think it's a good thing or a bad thing for the community? Honestly, I could see some of the bad potential coming out once the monopoly gets in place, but at the moment, I really am just hopeful and happy with how it turned out. I don't think it's bad right now, and I'm actually really happy with how Funimation handled it. They're doing a good job right now, and I just hope they continue to do it. So I praise them. I'm definitely going to be getting the Crunchyroll subscription, get that 60-day trial once it comes out, because I already had Funimation. That was the only one I was using, just because it's a lot easier when I'm in college and doing stuff like on the side, just to have like a dub in the background so I don't have to actually read it the whole time. But what do you guys think? Like I said, tell me in the comments below if you guys think this is a good thing or bad thing. Do I got a bad take or a good take? But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in another video.